Love is divine in this world to this extent that we, from scripture and from our own experience, feel that God is love. Yet in our world, love appears to the practical eye that it is like a gambling, that we all start with some promises or commitment, but somebody wins and many of us lose, that our heart breaks. Just handful of people become celebrity, become the winner. Just one person gets gold medal, another gets silver, and then bronze, and most of us out of it. But with divinity, there is success of 100% security, 100% assurance of success. And Jesus says that whoever God or the Father gives to him, he is not going to turn away from any one of them. Even a single person, even a person who comes to betray him, he accepts it. This is the way where whoever goes attains eternity, attains the success, is received, is given the love, because divinity is full of love. And here, when we are living a life of a spirit, then we live a life like a hero, because only that person is hero to the people who are still standing on the seesaw. Those people who go into the mid of the sea and dive deep inside to bring out the precious jewel or the pearls that is inside the sea. If we are standing just on the seesaw, we are never going to receive it. But in this world, there is fear of death for even an expert swimmer. But here, with divinity, we find such sea in which nobody gets drowned. And even in this world, we start to walk on the sea, on the water, that we learn the skill to live a beautiful, successful life in divinity, because divinity is our own inner light, is the light of the world. When we attain this light, then our journey, first thing that we realize when we are in love is that we are not alone. As if with our practical mind, we see that everybody is born alone and dies alone. But when we are in love and when we have this spiritual insight, then we realize that God knew even before we were born in our mother's womb. And even after that, divinity is with us. And this gives us fearlessness. And when we have fearlessness, then we hear this word of Jesus Christ, the voice of the God, the commitment, the faith of the God that says that I have overcome the world. Fear not. And when we don't fear, most of the problem in our life is because we have so much of fear and insecurity. But divinity becomes our friend, a friend who is going to be with us always. And the only aspiration of every soul is to find a person whom we can believe in, whom we can trust in, whom we can just be ourselves near that. And divinity opens the door for all of us to feel this friend that near which you can even fall down on your knees and express everything that is in your soul. A person or a moment or a being or a feeling where we are really us, where we really become humble, not out of obligation, but out of our own call. And it is not one-sided. Jesus says that he knows his sheep and he knows them by their name. And whenever he calls them, they listen to him and follow him. This is what happens, that any one of us, when the love of God calls us, we go there. When the love of this world calls us, we go there. Wherever love calls us, we go there. Everybody, even what we call temptation, is a call. Whose call we hear defines us. Who is the person? Who is the thing? What is the thing that we see that is calling us? When we look in a water, in a lake, or in a mirror, we see our face. But when we are looking in the nature, in the people, anything that is attracting us is us. We are seeing our face, just the subtle face, the spirit face. We feel love for anything. Love is the mirror that reflects us. What you love, what is the thing that attracts you? Is it the name of God that attracts you? It is the call of beloved that attracts you. It is the compassion. It is the smile in the child's face. It is the beauty of the nature. It is the blossoming flower that attracts you. It's the beauty of sunset that attracts you. It is the auspicious feeling of early morning that attracts you. Know it that you are spiritual, because only that attracts you, that you are. Nothing can attract you unless it belongs to you. And bride belongs only to the bridegroom. Bridegroom's friend only can be happy seeing bridegroom going near the bride. But bride belongs only to the bridegroom. So what attracts you belongs to you. If divinity attracts you, rejoice. Your time has come of success and joy. And there is no fear in this world, not any sorrow that can bring us down, because we have attained a life in the arms of the companion. We have found a companion in the form of our own spirit. We have everything in this world except the one, that is you. And when Jesus comes to you, Jesus is not going to call you Moses. Jesus is not going you John. Jesus is going to call you not anything that you have read in any scripture, any chapter. He's not going to ask you question answer. He will ask your own name, because Jesus says he knows his sheep by their name. And when the moment he calls you by your name and you listen to it, and then you attend him. So I pray for you, because may you feel how much you are loved. This spirituality gives us a friend. Divinity gives us a friend. And Jesus, on his last night, he told to his disciples that I'm not calling you servant or disciple anymore, but I call you a friend. And a true friend is here to give even his life for you. And such is the relation of friendship, that you attend the life of your beloved friend. You become one in the friend of your beloved. And you become friend with your beloveds. Everything that belongs to your beloved, her eyes, her lips, her body, her mind, her soul, or his, everything you attend just by the love. And when we attend love with divinity, then entire divinity belongs to us. And Jesus says, my Father's glory is shown by your bearing much fruit. And in this way you become my disciple, that you belong to me. And then later Jesus says that you are no longer my disciple or servant, you are my friend. And Jesus is saying, I love you just as the Father loves me. Remain in my love. Just as the God can express his love into embodiment that becomes Jesus, the same way the embodiment of God's love everywhere loves you, that attracts you. It is the God who is calling you every morning. It is the God who is calling you in the singing of the birds. It is the God who is calling you in the voice of Jesus Christ also. It is the God who is calling you in the voice of your own success, in the fulfillment of all your dreams and desires. So with prayer for success in your life, attainment of all your dreams, and that you attain a friend of divinity of your own self, I thank you for listening to these words with so much of love. May God bless you. Thank you so much.